So I got this comment on my TikTok from somebody who said, Walid, is there money in photography? Because he wants to start and he's from a small town in Canada that he said obviously has a lower population. And he wanted to know, is photography genuinely something that could be making money? Number one, the short answer of it is, yeah, it's profitable. But that's not very helpful. So let's talk about the long answer. Number one, it really depends on your location. He had mentioned that he's at a smaller town in Canada and there just aren't as many people as you would imagine in Toronto or Montreal, Los Angeles, New York, or Chicago, or Atlanta. So that's not really a bad thing if you think about it. We are trained to think small town, small pocketbook, small amount of money. Not the case. In Los Angeles, where my office is right here, downtown Los Angeles, there are so many photographers. I can go downtown at any time of the day and I'm watching somebody have a photo shoot. I could say the same thing about New York City or any of the major cities in the US. So which one is better? That small town that may not have a lot of competitors, or where everybody romanticizes being an LA photographer in New York and thinking, I don't have that type of crowd behind me. But you got to understand that a major city is sometimes way too crowded. A major city has way too many photographers that are competing against you. A major city has so many photographers that might be driving the prices down. Hopefully not, but it does happen a lot compared to a small town. So you should never really look at your location as something that is a negative. But I think that you might be. So you think, okay, I'm from a small town in Canada, but it could be anywhere in the US or anywhere in the world. A small town just has a whole different vibe. What you consider to be a negative, and I tell all my students this on my step pricing course, Secret to Easy Photography Pricing, what you consider to be a negative is actually your positive if you allow it to be. You can sit there and say, my negative is my negative and that's all it's going to do and that's going to break me down and it's not going to give me a choice to do anything other than failing. Or you could say, okay, how do I turn this? Walid said, my negative is also my positive if I allow it to be. So a small town allows you to have conversation with more people. A small town allows you to have more word of mouth from really confident people that may know you, your family, your friends. A small town means there is more of a community support. People give a damn about each other. A small town means there may not be a lot of other photographers or videographers or makeup artists, etc. to compete against you to bring that price down. Suddenly, a small town isn't something so bad. A small town isn't a negative. Now, the other thing too is you might ask a lot of people and say, well, but so-and-so photographer says, no, it's not really profitable. That's great for them. Let me tell you, there's two reasons why people tell you there's no money in photography. And if you feel attacked, great. That means you're one of the problems. Reason number one is they see your talent before you see your talent. They're threatened by you. They see raw talent that could come in and sweep up and really take them to task, like just really, really beat them to their game. So they're threatened and they want to make sure that you never go past that starting line. The other reason is that the person has given up on their own dreams, their own goals. So in order to validate themselves, they're going to bring you down. See, it's not going to work. John Smith over there didn't do it either. So I told you it wasn't going to, they don't feel bad about not accomplishing their goals because that person over there didn't do it and that person over there didn't do it also. So what they're going to do is make sure that both those people fail. Sometimes it's subconscious. Sometimes it's absolutely manipulative and deliberate. Don't pay attention to people who are going to turn you down. I know that there's a lot of photography podcasts. My work is there on Google. You can check my work for the past dozen years. I've worked with people that might be on your Spotify playlist. I've worked with people that you haven't heard of before. I've worked with really, really kind people across the board, the full spectrum. I'm letting you know that there is enough room for you to come in and join. I don't see you as competition. I see you as one of my peers. There is a lot of money in photography. So what do I know? Well, I know that I bought a home because of my camera. I know that I bought additional camera and cameras and lenses because of my camera. I've paid off student loans because of my camera. I have an office because of my camera. Do not listen to the naysayers. Another thing I want you to say is there's going to be people who say, there's money if you buy my course. Only if you buy my course. look out for those people too. There are a lot of people that bought a microphone on Amazon. May not even be plugged in. Sometimes it shouldn't be plugged in. And they'll say, you have to buy my course or else you're not going to make it. Now, in fairness, I have a course too. Mine is called Steps, Secret to Easy Photography Pricing. It's my entire career in one course that's going to make you a ton of money. My course is the fast track. My course is the fastest route to it. But it is not the only way that you're going to make money, that you're going to have a successful business. So anytime somebody says, oh, you have to buy my course or you're not going to make it, those people can't book their own clients. So what they've done is they've offered courses hoping to make money off of newer photographers like yourself. Finally, a lot of people say, okay, well, yeah, but still a small town, Waleed. Like I heard about everything that you say about a small town. It's great. People are more personable. Okay, let's leave all the people on the table. And let's only talk about things that, well, technology. In a small town, you have the same internet as I do. In that small town, you can get the same camera as I can. In that small town, you actually have more locations than me that are not going to be a nuisance. In that small town, there's nothing stopping you, ultimately is what I'm saying. That small town has roads to bigger towns than to bigger cities. That small town will take you on that road to airports, and then you can fly to New York or LA or Montreal or Toronto or Chicago. There is nothing stopping you unless you want to stop you. Yes, photography is very profitable. Only if. Has nothing to do with your geographic location, has nothing to do with the gear that you have. It has everything to do with the fact if you work on it. A lot of people get the latest and greatest gear, the latest and greatest lens. Nobody gives a shit about that. What they care about, especially in this AI world, is, does my work have humanity? Is that what it has? Does it contain the DNA of the artist that pushed the button? That is what they're going to be paying you for. So please invest not in your camera as much as you invest in the person holding the camera. Their business, their pricing, how they light, how they take care of their clients. We're in the service sector. It's a very important role, and you're going to make a lot of money if you do it right. If I can give anybody this advice, doesn't matter what kind of photography you do, doesn't matter how much you charge. If your circle does not support you, if your circle says things like, oh, that little business, oh, that's cute, oh, that's your idea, or are you still doing that? As hard as we edit our photos sometimes, as hard as we are on ourselves, be twice as hard about who you surround yourself with. I'm not saying go have a fight with them. But if this person puts you down, if they put down your ambition and your goals, there are entire communities out there that will support you. I have a community on Discord for my step pricing course. You might have communities on Facebook from different groups that are free. Surround yourself by people who understand you, who support you. And if they put you down, I promise you, on a stack of everything holy, you will fail. So keep your circle clean, watch them carefully, and let me know how you do because I'm cheering you on. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you next time.